Ni hao. My name is Lenz Moser and I'm the chief winemaker of Chateau Changyu Moser 15. And if you permit, today I would like to tell you a little bit about the art of blending. Because before you have this wine in your glass, 1,000 hands touch the wine. That means that, think about it, from planting a vineyard to taking care of a vineyard, harvesting, crushing, fermenting, bottling, and then of course the sales and marketing, and then pulling the cork. So what I'm trying to say here is that winemaking and wine gardening and wine growing is a team effort. But, and there's a big but, there's one very, very important and very lonely moment, and this is what I call the art of blending, because there's no committee, there's no team at this point, because that's when the winemaker decides what kind of wine he wants to make. And the wine starts here, because before I or other winemakers make a wine, they have it already in their head, and then they go out in the field, in the vineyards, and at harvest pick the grapes and make as many lots as possible, because we need this for blending. A wine is not one wine from one vineyard. For the most part, top wines are always cuvées, assemblage, or blends in order to enhance the quality of a wine. Why is that? Because we are looking for these different parcels in wine, and let's take Cabernet Sauvignon. Sometimes we have the fat body, then we have a leaner character, then we have more sippy wines, we have more tannic wines, we have lighter, softer, whatever. And then there comes the moment when we put these wines all together. The most important thing is that we have harmony, complexity, in order to have no spikes in the wine. So it's very important that what you have in there is something you can enjoy. And basically, that's what I call is the art of blending in order to fulfill our vision. And our vision is to be the best of China and belonging in the company of the world's finest. And this goes back all to my big mentor, my great mentor Bob Mondavi from California, when he said, to make a good wine is a skill, but to make a fine wine is an art. Thank you. Since I'm not in China, I'm delighted to be with my friend Heinz Velich in Apeldoorn. If I may say, for me, he's the best Chardonnay producer of Austria. And I always take his advice and listen to what he has to say. He's a big Burgundy lover. I'm a Bordeaux lover. And, but I think it's good to exchange some views. So what is your view when it comes to blending?
Yeah, the most important thing for me is in the blending, the part is one part. The best type of wine you got for me in a wine which is normally from one single vineyard. But when I don't have the best single vineyard, I agree with you, I have to blend different wines, different vineyards, because so you get a better harmony in the wine. The point is, sometimes you don't have the acidity in a blend from a grape. Sometimes you don't have to be the right ripeness from a grape. If you compare different parts, I think it makes sense. In young wines, the older the wines for me, the better is if you have it still with one grape variety.
Yes, because I only work with Cabernet Sauvignon. That's all I have at the Chateau.
I know.
Do you blend also within your Chardonnay as well? I mean, I'm not, because I'm single variety blender, if you like. And so, do you? But I'm sure you blend within the barrels, within the vineyard, and everything.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it is absolutely. Here you see the Tajou. For me, it's the Tajou. It's the best grape varieties from different wines, because there are wines approximately between 20 years and 50-year-old wines. So you have, the point is, the older wines, you have more the structure, the type of the soil you figure more out in the older wines. In the younger wine, you have a little bit more acidity. What you need, in our hot region we are living, in the warmest region of the world, more or less. But take care of light drinking wine. drinking wine of wines which comes from a cold region. You think, but it isn't. So that's my philosophy in making wine. And there, what you said, therefore it's very, very important to blend it.
When I grew up, blending was new to me. But the older I get, the more I get a kick out of blending, because for me, the epitome of a great wine is harmony. And when I taste your Tajo or your Tiglat or your other wines, I had the Welsh Riesling recently with my wife 19, this is balance. This is harmony. I don't have rough edges here, acidity spike there. It's, for me, it's pure delight, and I think this is the art of winemaking, to make something where the consumer doesn't have to make a big fuss in order to enjoy it. Yes, it goes down, because only we winemakers make all this fuss about wine and interpret it so on. But at the end of the day, the consumer wants a nice bottle of wine, enjoyed, a good name, yes, a good reputation, a good image, but the story and the wine has to be in harmony also with each other. I think this is also very important.
I agree, absolutely. The best bottle of wine is what we have spoken before. The faster you drink a bottle of wine and you don't feel it that you have drunk a bottle of wine, that's the right bottle of wine. That's the best bottle of wine in the moment.
And drinking in the company of good people, of friends, of family, and with food as well. And that's why I think wine is here to enhance our lives, especially in a dinner environment or on a weekend or something. This is when we really should enjoy our wines and savor the wines and have fun with it.
That's it. Therefore, we have the best job in the world.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Hey, let's drink for that. Cheers.